What I was going through was PTSD. It was just something I dealt with, and now I just live with it.
In 2010, I found myself hospitalized after a suicide attempt that was unsuccessful.
Since 06, I've been through every program, rehab, inpatient, outpatient, class or program that the VA can offer, not to mention numerous private rehabs. As of most recent, I did a 15-month stint in prison.
You know, we don't want to admit we have problems. We just want to be normal.
I definitely came with no or low expectations because I have set myself up in the past. Like, this is going to be some kind of something. It's going to change me or do this or do that.
I feel like I'm in a cage. And there's no key, there's no door. I'm just in a cage. And no one can get me out, and I can't get myself out.
But you've seen how it really was. Heroism, danger, fear, all rolled into one. Words don't describe it.
Nobody was coming to save me. If I was going to heal, I had to save myself.
The path to freedom is within us, and we just have to find it. And this place helps you find it.
Hearing that, listening to that, very powerful stuff, experiences that many of us will never know.
But because of a local organization, vets are getting the help and healing they need. Veteran Amanda Held is the founder of H.O.O.V.E.S Sanctuary and Healing Center. She's here with Dave Baker, also a vet. So as Kaylee mentioned, very powerful to see that trailer. So we'll get into that documentary in just a moment. But for people out there who don't know what you guys do, just explain what are you helping veterans with?
Absolutely. Well, because it's a military service organization, we had to name it an acronym. So H.O.O.V.E.S stands for Healing of Our Veterans Equine Services. And the mission of H.O.O.V.E.S is to help veterans who are struggling with service-connected stress be able to heal, regain control, and return to the lives they fought to protect.
So returning to civilian life is what you're helping with, essentially.
Absolutely. If you talk to any veteran that you meet, I think most of them will tell you it's the transition that's really most challenging for them. And that can look like a lot of different things, but no matter where you end up, it's typically because of the type of transition you had out of the military.
Yeah.
What is that connection like with the veterans and the horses and equine services with them to be able to help them, you know, make that transition?
Horses are pretty amazing. I think they've been alongside of us pretty much since our existence, helping us do different things. And while we don't need horses anymore to build things or haul things or plow things, they come alongside of us in more of an evolved way. And so one of the things we like to say at H.O.O.V.E.S is that horses reflect the life inside of the human. And it might sound woo-woo at first, but there is actually a lot of science behind it because horses are non-predatory herd animals. And so they communicate using mirror neurons, and they also have an amplified sense of awareness. And so when you put a group of people in with a herd of horses, it's actually their survival instinct. The horse needs to blend in with the rest of the horses because if they stand out, they're going to be the target for the wolf. So the horses will use our finite body language, the blink of an eye, the twitch of a nose. We're communicating with them all the time. And what they do is they start to adapt and mirror what we're projecting. And so a lot of times the veterans will say, it's like this horse is role-playing my life right in front of me.
Wow, wow. So Healing Our Veterans, that's the name of this documentary. So we got an opportunity just to see a snippet of that. So this will be shown this Saturday at the Maumee Indoor Theater. So what will people get an opportunity to see and experience when they watch this?
Well, the reason that we decided to make this documentary in the first place is because we have a little tagline. I'll use the PC version, you can't make this stuff up.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And so a lot of times people will be like, oh, you do equine therapy, that's so nice. You let the veterans come out and pet your horses, and that must be so soothing. But it's really so much more than that, like I just explained. And so we always find ourselves saying, if people could just see, if people could actually see what happens here, you know, number one, we could get more people to show up. Number two, we could probably get more people to support us. We are privately funded. And the third reason is because a lot of the things that happen through metaphors or through the lessons that we teach, one person can be going through that, but everybody in the group that's observing it gets the healing from it. And so we help 70 veterans a year at H.O.O.V.E.S, and I thought we need to have more impact. So I believe that by filming this documentary and watching these veterans who were so brave to be so vulnerable on camera, people can watch this and they can get their own healing. And we've sent it out to screening, and I've had so many people that have screened it for us say, you know, I'm not even a veteran, but when I listened to Dave's aha moments, I healed too.
Yeah, so Dave, you're a subject in this documentary. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your military service and your background.
I was a Navy corpsman from 96 until 05. 9/11 happened, and 8 days later we were underway to the Persian Gulf. Did a couple deployments. Like I said, I got out in 2005, and then I worked for the state, and I'm a federal employee. But the transition was, they tell you one thing when you're getting out, whole different world when you do.
Wow.
So yeah.
So this documentary helps us to see your story a little bit more, and also how equine therapy has assisted. So talk to us a little bit about that. How did you get introduced to this form of therapy, and how has it assisted you?
I had a friend tell me about it maybe over a year before I actually went. I waited because I just kept telling myself there's other people that need it more. I'm not that bad. I know people that have it a lot worse than me. Eventually, I broke down and, all right, fine, I'll give it a try. I don't know really what to expect or what this is actually going to do, but going and, like she was saying, they emulate us. Like our group, obviously at first, most of us having no experience with horses, we're skittish, we're standoffish, and the horses were too. As we warmed up to them, they warmed up to us, and we could kind of see ourselves in a horse, which is crazy to say, even crazier to think about, but you would start seeing it, and it also gave you the perspective of this is what others see, and not ever thinking about that before. It's eye-opening.
Yeah, wow, just powerful just hearing that, right?
Amanda, let us know where we can watch this and when it's playing and how much tickets cost and things like that.
The world premiere is Saturday at 6:30 at the Maumee Indoor Theater. Tickets are $12. And then afterwards, we are going to have a panel discussion. So we'll have some of the veterans that were in the film open for Q&A and also open for feedback. And we're in film festivals right now, so we're not sure what the streaming options are gonna be, but if you can't make it this Saturday, we are gonna have a couple of other opportunities to see it in person over the summer.
Yeah, and I can only imagine that there are going to be some deeper things depicted in this for sure. Listening to ones like Dave and others, 5 other subjects outside of Dave. And I know veterans, they deal with PTSD. So is there a warning that you have for folks if they are dealing with PTSD before coming to view this?
Yes, and thank you for bringing that up. There is, first of all, we rated it PG-13. There is some language, but it's not really a child-appropriate movie. And if you do have PTSD, we actually will have some support staff there in case anyone is struggling, but we do have a warning on the screen before watching it that it may bring some things up.
Yeah, trigger certain things. So again, this is happening this Saturday?
Saturday at 6:30 at Maumee Indoor Theater. Tickets are available on our website, H.O.O.V.E.S.us.
Okay, all right. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Well.